It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. From the gun, Murray. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the draw, this is Smith. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Shotgun now from Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ito Smith is 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down, going to get him 5 up to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Wentz going to throw. And the catch made by Hilton. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But
oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's a give to Smith. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he's taken down inside the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A first down carry for Smith, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Grover Stewart able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. On play action, it's Murray. Forced out to his left. They'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A handoff to Smith. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Steps Murray fighting, lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Mack to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
1st and 10, Taylor now. He juked him. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now, oh boy, that's Jonathan Taylor. He is still down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a play fake. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run it with Mack. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts able to get this back with it, a touchdown. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Murray. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray. And his throw here is incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw here pulled in by Hilton. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And shedding through the tackle. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On play action, it's Wentz. And this one is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wentz now to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Wentz. Caught left side by Hilton. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. Complete to Hilton. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. He goes right back the way of Hilton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
On play action, Wentz. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Campbell. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Wentz now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This is Mack on the counter. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Wentz. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that's
into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run the counter. Mack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing is Wentz. This is caught. Touchdown, Colts. Jonathan Taylor, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. So what a comeback here. They look like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. 3 yards the gain there, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Murray. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots down.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Murray now to throw. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
63 yards on the ground for him so far. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run once more with Taylor.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right.
Out to the right and complete to Pittman.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Murray has the first down and more. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Now Murray. Pass complete, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run on first down. Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Murray. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Indianapolis, the wins have been hard to come by, but they get one here to move to 4-11 on the year.
And they will get another road test next week as they head to Vegas to take on the Raiders.
Meanwhile, for Arizona, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10.
And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.